mid lane, with Praedyth, of course, back on his Kai'Sa. Very, very comfortable for him there on the bottom side, but I kind of like the Galio delivery system in Rocket Pabu into the...
Right here, because the fact that Humanoid was able to crash such a huge wave in on the Kassadin means that he can teleport topside without any repercussion as the teleport comes back
Speaking
in.
of teleported top lane, this is with repercussions as Biopanther is going to put Elyoya underneath it, and everybody else just leaves. All right, that's one way of doing it. Is Kai'Sa finally going to catch up with Praedyth? Kazi locks down the kill in the 2v2 on the...
and now pathing towards Biopanther.
Yep, just going to walk away from that blue buff, as you can see, over the wall there as Biopanther is pushed way too far forward, now realizing that he wants to go in. The Disdain not going to connect, though, as Armor's just trying to kite this one out, and he's going to be able to do...
Kaiser, and this is more akin to the early game that we saw from Mad in most of their games, right, where they are actually able to find the 2v2s, where they're able to find the early pressure.
There's another one. Solarflame comes out this time as well, as Decoy is going to be the target. Justice Punch is interrupted.
Much in terms of combat, if you're not the one setting up the play. And another dive here on top side.
Yeah, that's a big gnar into the wall there as Biopanther is going to be able to get himself out of the way. There's the flash as Elyoya trying to catch up. There are pesky minions in the way. There's the heroic entrance as the flash forward onto Armit. The taunt comes down, and Decoy's just going to do it by himself. Pabu gives up on him, and Elyoya now has to flash to get out of the way of Pabu, who's running these waves out for us. That is probably not what you want to be talking about, as Pabu finds himself the Chilling Smite here onto the Rumble. There's the heroic entrance. They grab the knock up. Justice Punch is good too. Two-man shockwave though as Chaz comes on over, and Pabu's the one that's able to grab the kill on the Rumble. It evens out the kill score.
Who is not able to use the money nearly as efficiently, as Pabu might be forced to flash out here if he's not careful.
Yeah, well, Armit, let's see what he can do. Doesn't exactly have much of an arbar. The flash on forward is Biopanther coming on in as well. Kai'Sa in a bit of trouble, but he's very durable, and all 5 members of Pentanet want this second Rift, Herald. I think I spoke in error before, as that is going to be Kazi 1v1ing the Kassadin there on the bottom side of the map. Not something I would necessarily expect. The Shockwave's going to be flashed there from Biopanther, and unfortunately for Pentanet, they can't actually get anything out of this one. Armit is going as far deep as he possibly can, but that's going to be a fear beyond death, and Biopanther will be able to put a stop to it on the top side, and Biopanther in a bit of trouble. He is going to get stunned up. Disdain is good, buffered, just to make sure that he can create as much distance as possible. The damage has been done, as now Praedyth is just going to get found out by Humanoid, just standing his ground though, and 1v1.
One of the reasons why that Kai'Sa is so feared, we joked about her not having the longest range. What she gets in return, as a Biopanther should not go in.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
you can probably continue.
Yeah. Nice time for Pentanet.
I'm going to put it in the pros column 100%, as it is under a 5,000 gold lead, and perhaps that is going to be extending. Armit down to about 50%, trying to find the safety of his inner turret. Kai'Sa comes down as well as Pabu gives him a bit of a slap. Praedyth once again going to find Humanoid, this time not going to be able to grab the kill as he turns around, looks for that one auto, as Kai'Sa gets on in there, the equalizer. Right now, Chronicler, as Armit teleports in to look for a kill, but Decoy makes it out. Chaz may not be as lucky, as 3 members of Mad have found him and will be able to put the Kassadin away as well. Elyoya not even able to really get in on the action. There's
solo kills, there's 1v1s, there's attempted 1v1s where you get punished. But in the end, it's Mad that wins all the trades, right? The gold lead keeps extending. They're the one who actually pick up the objectives. They're the one who actually get the turrets. And while it's not...
Going to miss, just gets a bit of a slow onto the Galio. They do back away yet again. Flash on forward, 2-man taunt comes on in. It's Pabu trying to stun up everyone. The heroic entrance is beautiful, but it's not going to be enough because he dies in the meantime, but they do get the Vayne. And that is the main thing. Support for AD, you'll take that as Pabu just runs into 4 people. That is not ideal, my friend. And Elyoya is now on a rampage as a result.
That was such a good assassination by Pentanet, and then the jungler of all people walks into a brush. I don't even know if they can contest, because as mentioned, the deficit is sizable. Operation Kill the Vayne was successful, but they do give up basically everything from that point onwards. Now the Baron, a free pickup here for Mad Lions, who surely are going to be knocking on the doors. And it provides you with so much pressure on the map, and it looks like Mad, they realize that all they need is just pressure. A Hail Mary flank might be coming in from Pentanet, because otherwise I think they're going to lose this next inhib as well.
Yeah, exactly. They might be sacrificing their Nexus in the end, and that is exactly not what you want to happen, as Elyoya, he's wrapping all the way around. Chaz looking for an opportunity. 3-man taunt there from Decoy, but he's immediately wiped off the face of Summoner's Rift. Amit gets a great defensive ultimate as well, and Mad's wallets are way too heavy. Biopanther goes down. It's a double kill for Kazi, and Praedyth, he loves that emote, but unfortunately in this instance, it's not showing anything good. That's the ace, and that is going to be the game for the Mad Lions, who debut onto the Rumble stage absolutely beautifully.
And in terms of kills, you know, there were a couple of 1v1s that didn't need to be taken, but the core thing is, as Mad have done, they get the win, and their objective control, I think, was beautiful here, because even when there was a 1v1, when there was a sideline that didn't go great,